I never thought that I would be making this video. What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back with the video on the channel. And today we are at Bubbakoo's, which, okay, first of all, I'm gonna hide these. Y'all don't need to see these yet. I never thought I'd be making this video for one reason. I've been on the Bubbakoo's train since I've had it, which was honestly about 4 or 5 years ago. And this is a monster. This doesn't count. This was in my... More or less, the last time I went, I couldn't believe how mid it was. So I'm going back because I need to try this again and see. I'm not quite calling this a last chance, which is what I'd normally call it, but this very possibly could be like a I'm now in a toxic relationship because I can't find anyone better type of video. But I had to find out for myself. This is Bubbakoo's Burritos for people who don't know. It is a chain burrito place that I've been saying for the last few years was the best. But the other week I did a contest or a versus with Chipotle, and Chipotle had a better burrito bowl. So I went back and I got 2 more items. I would have gotten more items, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like, it was so packed, and there was just, it doesn't have the same feel that it used to. But we're gonna be non-biased, and we're gonna try some more stuff, and I got stuff that I'm more familiar with, and I'm gonna see if I have now entered into a toxic relationship with Bubbakoo's. Drop a thumbs up. A lot of you guys have agreed with some of the sentiments that I've said, and I'm not going to disagree with you because, well, you were right. I got a burrito dia, which is a burrito that you put in quesadilla form because it was something I was a huge fan of. And I got a steak burrito that was double steak, and we'll talk about it. Also got some pico salsa and some hot salsa on the side with some sour cream to go with my burrito dia. And then I'm going to have these 2 re-releases of Oreos because a lot of people were asking about them. So we got some hot cocoa and red velvet Oreos that I'm going to try along with those. I have had both of these, but we're going to try them again because y'all said, oh, you got to review them. And some of you weren't around the last 4 times I did them, and I'm not going to give them the excuse to not eat Oreos. But without further ado, let's get into the video. First things first, when I went in there, there's a lot more employees than there used to be, and this kind of happened to Chipotle before. I used to be Chipotle's biggest fan. And then as they got bigger in size, it turned into a deal where it lost what made it good in the first place. I'm hoping that that's not the case with here. But like I said, I did walk in and I didn't really have the best. They were kind of just felt like they were rushing me out of the place because there were a lot of people, which is fine by me. But it just had more of that feel to it. So I did get a burrito dia. I was going to get something else, but the way they were going, they just kept kind of giving me like the, you know, are you done? Are you done? Kind of vibe. So I just got 2 things. With that being said, my favorite thing to get is this steak burrito. It's one of my first items that I got from here, and it's one of my favorite. I got it like I always did, save for one thing. This is a big burrito, comparatively, but I do have double steak in it. I didn't like the amount of steak that I saw in the first place, so I asked for double. So I got double. This cost me $17. It's a lot of money for a burrito. Just being impartial. Hopefully it tastes good, but we will find out right now. Other things in here are black beans with white rice, 2 different kinds of salsa. Got the hot and the corn salsa with the cheese. And I also did get one of their sauces, which was the sriracha ranch. That was what that was. Okay. Anyway, let's bite it. Yeah, we're in a toxic relationship. That's 2 places. Damn it. It's good. It's good. Let me be honest with you. Let's break it down. The sriracha ranch has a different vibe than the sour cream, which I'm a fan of. The steak, I did get double, but there is a lot of it. And if I was rating just the steak on how chewy it is, I'd probably give it like a 7. It's kind of chewy, but it's not like inedibly chewy. But I have had better from there. The corn and the pico here just bangs. And they did give me a lot of salsa. And I like salsa. I didn't have to ask them for it. But $17 for a burrito is kind of wild. Kind of wild. But it's tasty. We're toxic. Damn! I only had one toxic place my entire life. Which was Wingstop. But I'm a little upset. We're toxic. But it's still tasty. So, I'll be back. That's why I didn't say last chance. That's how you know it's toxic, because when you really mess with somebody, you don't really like them, but you like them. So I didn't want to say I was done because I make me a liar. But I was thinking about saying I was done, which is kind of how toxic relationships work. We have now entered in toxic relationship category. That's still a very good burrito. As far as burrito chains, burritos go, it's one of the best I've eaten. They still have one of the best I've eaten. I'm going to go back in for one more bite because she's still pretty. Yeah. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's a 9 out of 10 burrito. I also got a burrito dia. If you're unfamiliar, they do something here that other places has tried to do, but it doesn't come off the same. So you get a burrito's amount of food in a quesadilla, right? So it is massive. And I got carnitas with brown rice. I just wanted to try the brown rice. I'd never eat it. With the pico. And I got the corn salsa. And of course, a ton of cheese. But this was one that I really enjoyed, and I wanted to just see. Other places don't serve this, and I feel like that's what sets this apart from other places. I also going to give a fat shout out to Moe's because they do the same thing. They got stuff there that not everybody has. So, yeah. I didn't get any of the sauces on here. I think their sauces are cool, but not on like stuff like this. You know, they have like General Tso's and stuff. I don't want a General Tso's quesadilla. It's just weird to me. But there's a ton of cheese on here. It's crisped up just right. This isn't double meat, and there's a ton of meat on here, ton of rice. And it tastes good. And we're toxic. It's okay. Listen, this is why I like this place in the first place. I personally feel like in this day and age, you have to step your game up because there's a lot more burrito chains than there used to be. Obviously, if you're going to a mom and pop place, it's going to be better than this. But chain burritos are one of those things that you just go in, everybody has access to them. The problem is that, let me get a little sour cream. Ah, it's good, man. It's still good. It's still good. Carnitas is still flavorful. A little bit of lime in there. I don't know, man. All right, cool. Still mad at you, though. Still pretty, though. Toxic. The problem is if you don't live near any of these mom and pop places, these are your only options. And I still like them for the convenience factor because, full disclosure, I was just driving home because I went and got a manicure. You know that thing that y'all think is weird, but I don't care. I'm finna do it. Yeah. So, I said, let me stop in here. It's good, man. If you never had one of these, you can put whatever you want. Same ingredients you put in a burrito. It's fire. I thought about getting fajita veggies, but the last time it looked kind of sus, so I didn't get it again. I should have got some nachos and some boardwalk Oreos. Whatever they call them. They got fried Oreos there, but I felt like they was rushing me out. And I ordered this as myself, but the employees were all new, which was good. The owner, or the manager, I'm not sure what he was there, but he was like not making the food, so I didn't have to really worry about getting like preferential treatment. You know, I don't, and I told this before, I pay for my food anyway. You know, like he told me I can get a free drink, and I was like, nah, it's cool, don't worry about it. So I even got a drink. But this is good. Like, this is why I like this place in the first place. I'd give this a 9.2 out of 10. Burrito chain scale, of course. I'm not comparing this to mom and pops for people who say, oh, I'm comparing this to Chipotle, Moe's, Qdoba, etc. This is some of the best stuff in the game. The prices have gone up. I will say that. It doesn't have the same feel. I will say that. And I will also say that at one point, these were like 9.6s. They're still really good, though, compared to other things. So, false alarm. We'll be back. Let's talk about these Oreos. Hot cocoa is back. Red velvet, it just said it's back. This is one of the most popular flavors in Oreo. Personally, I've always been a person that likes it. I just don't think they're S tier in my opinion. Not to say that I don't like them, but there are better flavors they haven't come back out with. And I could probably name 10 of them right now. I've reviewed it. For people who don't know, one of the first things that I did on social media that did well was Oreo reviews. So if you go on my Instagram today and type in the hashtag King Shrats with Oreos in the back, you will see Oreo reviews from the last like 7 years. No joke. Okay, 7's an exaggeration. It's 2023, 6 years, five or 6 years for real. Anyway, hot cocoa, from what I remember, was it's on there. So you have a marshmallow and hot cocoa cookie, so it's like a double layer. I can't remember if I liked these or not. I feel like I would. Hold up, they don't have it. Oh, I'm about to get mad. I found both of these in Walgreens. You can find them in pretty much any store, but let's see what these are. I just feel like a lot of these releases have become redundant, like just very repetitive. They're just recycling and reusing flavors, but there it is for you. See what we got. The marshmallow flavor, I'll put it this way. Does it taste like hot cocoa? Yes, but very specifically, if you're a type of person that likes a ton of marshmallows in your hot cocoa. Some people don't. So you might say the marshmallow overpowers it. I can see that. As a hot cocoa thing, that would be the issue. As an Oreo flavor, I think it's good. I just personally don't think these are great. For an Oreo, there are much better options. I rate Oreos to scale because, again, I've probably had every Oreo that's ever existed on a specialty one. That's not an exaggeration. So I would give these like a 6.5 out of 10. I like them, but I know there are more better flavors. There are better flavors out there, in my opinion. And then we do have the red velvet Oreos. This was a wildly popular flavor. Personally, again, on my scale, I think that they're not as good as most people think they are. But haven't had them in a while. You never know. That is a crazy looking amount of cream cheese on this one. So the inside cream is cream cheese and the outside is that red velvet cookie. For all these people that say red velvet is just chocolate, no. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. You can Google this. It's not. It's not. Oh, red velvet's over. I like red velvet cake. These Oreos don't capture what I like in a red velvet cake, in my opinion, but I'm still here to try them. I think they're okay. They don't move me. I know this sounds crazy, but this is an Oreo, and it's less sweet than most Oreos. And red velvet cake, the really good kinds to me, there's a noticeable sweetness in the red velvet stuff that this doesn't have. This tastes like what people think red velvet is, which is chocolate with red food coloring. But it's not. It's not. Okay? Thank you. Anyway, I do like the cream cheese in this, and I think that personally, the one that does it for me with the cream cheese filling is the carrot cake, because it captures what carrot cake is. These are good, not great. I'm going to piss off a lot of people when I say this, but I would honestly give these a 6 out of 10. In my opinion, they are overrated. I'll still eat them, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to give this place one more chance, man. We're in a toxic relationship at this point. I don't like a lot of things that are happening because I can feel it. You feel me? I feel it happening, just like I can feel that car. I feel it happening, and I just, you know. But that's kind of how toxic relationship goes. I still personally think of all the burritos I've had, this is at the top of the food chain, and Chipotle is at the bottom. Still, even though it won in a burrito showdown, it's not. As a full restaurant. In the middle, I got Moe's, I got Qdoba. That's just my opinion. We can talk about it. You can yell at your mom if you'd like to. Ask your grandma. You can get mad at me all you want to. My opinion is my opinion, but I still love y'all, man. Let me know what you think as far as this goes, but we'll be back. It's still here. Tomorrow, more content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.